The first Thanksgiving was a beautiful affair. A bygone time that we, as Americans, have advanced as a culture, as a people, to all live together as one, in harmony. The Native Americans fed the pilgrims, the hungry, hungry pilgrims. They fed them with wildlife, they fed them with fruits, they fed them with corn.
You call it corn. We called it maize. We knew all about the goodness of maize, corn, before America was America. You call this Missoula margarine because the corn oil in Missoula comes from maize.
You call this margarine because of corn oil. That's actual footage that I got from the first Thanksgiving. So it cost me like $400 to license that from the Smithsonian. So you're welcome, channel. The things I do for you. Taking that trust like they did 270 years ago. Trusting these people here. Trusting these pilgrims with your future, with your lives. Because they let you dine at their table. How nice of them. They let you dine at their table inside your own country. They let you eat your own food at their table. Not much has changed. They sit at the table and they complain with you about those $9 eggs. Those $9 eggs that you helped produce. And when you took them to the grocery store and jacked up that price to $9 and then sold them back to you. Sitting at their table, you are one of them. You are one of them today even. Right? They're embracing you with open arms just like the pilgrims. Oh wait, what? The election's over? Okay, everybody get up, everybody get out. Everyone pick up a blanket on the way out.
Trump is the new Adolf.
Welcome to the channel. This is gonna be a short one because it's Thanksgiving. You're probably watching me while you're pooping, while you're taking a minute out, so I'm not gonna make a long episode. I'm not gonna make your legs go numb. But if it's your first time here, I'm your host, MJ. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into a very short, quaint Thanksgiving episode. Manners and norms. Just like Thanksgiving dinner. These past 8 years, we've learned that so much of our government has relied on the manners and the norms of those who take power and those who leave power. Not everything in our Constitution was spelled out to the last T, crossing the last T in a very literal sense this time. Because the Founding Fathers believed that the electorate, and it might have been the electorate back then, would at least elect somewhat decent people to lead them. The norms included a range of acceptable behaviors or societal groups that, enforced the opinions of those who are relevant to the position in power. And politicians, they actually had to care about these norms, about this culture. Although some norms are embodied in the law, many are not. You are taking a dump right now, but I want to lay on some Harvard Law Journal from Daphne Rennan, right? What am I even talking about right now? That's what you're saying. But I want you to listen to how the Harvard Law Journal describes the norms. Unwritten or informal rules of political behavior that provide the infrastructure that any particular president inhabits. They are unwritten rules and conventions for democratic governments that are not specified in law, but as a matter of shared awareness. However, as Jack Goldsmith has observed of the norms, they are rarely noticed until they are violated. Why are you going into journals on Thanksgiving? Trump's public behavior rejected that expectation of the president model civility and moral leadership. He engages in personal insults and divisive rhetoric, appealing to his political base but eroding democratic discourse. And as you might be finding out at your own Thanksgiving table right now, as you are finishing up this dump, as you are finding out, these political bases, for the most part, have been completely siloed off. Your crazy uncle or your QAnon aunt, they can't wait to lay this on you today. And if you come back about the facts of just how screwed they are, how they screwed over themselves,
congratulations, you played yourself.
They will pull out the word and they will throw it on the table like it's a slam of turkey. They'll pull out the word mandate and say, he has a mandate after this election. And your gay cousin who hasn't come out to the family yet, his heart will skip a beat and he'll look over at Luke. Luke, his best friend, who he brings to every holiday and lives with, but they're only best friends. He'll look over at Luke and then have a sigh of relief that the mandate they're not talking about is his best friend, Luke. You can show them this chart and it won't matter. Now, Obama won the popular vote by 7.2%. That is a mandate. That is a mandate more impressive than Luke. Even Biden won by 4.4%. All right? That's a mandate. Hillary, who lost with more votes than Trump ever received. Right? Even Hillary lost because, 1776. That's why we have an electoral college, because in 1776, there were 2.5 million people in the entire United States. There were 2.5 million people at Costco this Sunday when I went where I live, all right? Just for some perspective. You're crazy, Uncle MAGA. Your QAnon aunt, They think that this was a mandate. Once again, Luke, you're safe. Luke and Greg, your secret's safe. Everybody knows, but they're not going to say anything about it. They think it was a mandate because, like I said, Trump engages in personal insult, divisive rhetoric, appealing to his political base, but eroding democratic discourse. This is by design. Newspapers. That's not a Newsies kid voice. That's like an old man voice. Newspapers have plummeted in this country for a number of reasons. But why in the world would you read a newspaper? Why would you go to AP News, read an article where you'd have to think about it? You'd have to digest what you just read and then form your own opinion. Why would you do that when Elon Musk can feed you these talking points, opinions? Hell, Elon Musk can shape your personality. Uncle MAGA, Aunt QAnon. Elon Musk can shape their very personality at your very table through, memes. I heard that toilet flush. So you are wrapping up this video. So let me just wrap this up. Republicans took the manners, the decency, the tradition out of politics. And so, for me at least, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the same thing to their Thanksgiving this year. This Christmas, for the next 4 years. No more manners. No more decency. You want me to shut up at this Thanksgiving table about the next president who just tried to nominate multiple pedos? That's right, multiple. One of them is an attorney general. You want me to shut up about that? When from 2012 to 2016, every week on your Facebook, you're posting, save the children, save the children. No, I'm not. You want to complain about eggs? Remember under Joe Biden, eggs were $9 for that week? You want to complain about that? I don't even think we should eat the eggs, Uncle Cletus, because they have the potential to be born. You are a dumbass. Eggs, gas, meat packaging. The prostitutes out on Sunset Boulevard. I will be sticking these everywhere I go for the next 4 years. Everywhere. And I'll make them available to you as soon as the store says that they're okay, because they got blocked. They have to be reviewed. I don't know why, but they have to be reviewed. So flush that toilet. Go fight with your family. Call them Nazis and have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Chud Report.
You call it corn. We called it maize. We knew all about the goodness of maize, corn, before America was America. You call this Missoula margarine because the corn oil in Missoula comes from maize.